What's up, y'all? It's Honey D. Good morning, good afternoon, good night from wherever I am to wherever you are. And welcome back to another episode of Stretch It Out Sunday. How often in your regular day to day conversations do you say or hear, my back hurts, my neck hurt, or my shoulders hurt? I don't know about you, but it seems to come up in my daily conversations, whether it's me, my friends, or my colleagues. So that's pretty much what inspired today's stretch. I want to show you guys some easy ways and beginner friendly ways that you can loosen up those tight areas that we most often, experience pain and discomfort. A lot of times we don't realize that a lot of these things are connected, our hips and our back, our neck and our shoulders. So, that's what I'm here for, to show you how to loosen it all up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
And as we always like to start, we're going to get into our deep breathing. Starting in hero pose this time. Nice straight back. On an 8 count, we're going to breathe in on 3 and out on 3. Feeling the body release as you experience the stretch. Nice straight back once again. In on 3, out on 3. Feeling those limbs release as you're taking those deep breaths. Now we're going to start our neck roll to one side. Feeling your neck loosen up. Nice and slow, and you're going to swap to the other side. Giving your neck a little shimmy in the middle. And loosening up all the neck and shoulder area. Nice deep breaths. Coming back to center, we're going to start our shoulder rolls backwards. Again, nice deep breaths. And switching to forward shoulder rolls. Coming back to center. Taking one arm behind your back. You're going to grab your neck and pull it to the other side. Meeting your ear to your shoulder, giving yourself a nice neck stretch. Deep breaths and a nice straight back, not hunched over. Release, and you're going to swap arms and go to the opposite side. Nice deep breaths. Don't forget back straight. Release. You're going to take your neck and put it on an angle and bend it down. Not all the way to the side, but not all the way to the center. Catty corner, and pull your neck down. Once again, back straight. Release and swap to the other side. Catty corner and pull down. This is great for neck release. Coming back to center. Turning to show you guys. One hand behind your back and the other touching. If you have your House of Halcyon stretch and strap, this is where you will insert your stretch and strap to utilize until you can reach both hands to touch one another. And you're going to swap arms very carefully, making sure those shoulders are in alignment and getting a nice stretch on both sides. Swinging both arms down, you're going to interlock your hands behind you and bend straight down forward, arms up. Nice deep breaths. Go down as far as you can. And bringing yourself back up. Nice deep breaths to center. Arms back, chest forward, and stretch. Head up but not bent all the way back. Nice deep breaths. And chest straight out. Now getting back comfortable in hero pose, come into center. You're going to take one arm behind your head and we're going to lean over, grabbing it with that other arm, getting a nice side stretch. This is very important if you sit down all day, and also bending that over to the other side. Side stretches are very, very important. Nice deep breath, bringing both arms down. Bringing yourself straight up onto your knees and fixing your pelvis. Reaching straight back into camel pose. Giving yourself a nice full body stretch here. Make sure we're breathing. And bringing those hips back down, comfortable in hero pose and breathing to center. We're going to do half camel rounds, as I like to call them. Lifting your hips up slowly and swinging your arm to the other side, getting yourself a nice side stretch, making sure you're pressing your pelvis out as you're coming up. Stretching your hips as well. Nice and slow, nice deep breaths. The further you go, the further you should stretch. Nice deep breaths to center. We're getting up into tabletop and getting ready to thread the needle. Nice deep breaths while you're giving your shoulder that beautiful stretch. Coming up and doing the opposite side. Nice deep breaths. 3 breaths on each side, if you will, and then we're going to do it for one more round. Opening those shoulders all the way up. Giving that mid-back some loosening. Don't be afraid to slow down your breaths. Make sure you're feeling that stretch throughout your body. Coming back up to center and tabletop, we're going to do our beloved cat-cow. Giving yourself a nice arch in and out. Releasing all of that back tension. Getting out any crickles or crackles that you may have. Make sure you're breathing deeply. And then we're going to go into side cat-cow. Once again, giving our sides a nice stretch. They're just as important and just as tight as everything else. Side to side, try to reach your head toward your butt. Move around in a circle. It's going to feel awkward at first, but you let your body flow. And swap sides. Neck and hips all together. And now we're going to press back into child's pose. Hips down. Getting as deep into the stretch as you can make it. And hold with some nice deep breaths, opening those hips up. Continue to hold. And press that pelvis up with the back roll into upward dog. With a nice deep breath in center and bring it down. Body flat. We're going to start with some small rolls of the neck, up and down. And then we're going to go into the chest, up and down. And now we're going to lift our torso. Nice deep breaths with your rolls. And we're going to roll down and press up and hold. Shoulders back, chest out. Head up but not leaning all the way back. We're going to lift one leg up behind us and the other. Rolling our chest down to the floor. We're going to bring both legs back and reach backwards, creating our bow. And lift our chest out. Strengthen our core and give nice deep breaths into that bow. Release and let down. Relaxing for 1 second, bring your arms up and pressing back once more. Quick childs and rolling that back up. Opposite arm, opposite foot. This will test your balance and is amazing for core strength. And swapping out. once more. And opposite side. Coming back to center. Pressing back and hips in the sky into downward dog. Feel free to bend those knees if you cannot straighten them. Give a little wiggle, press with each foot. Get those hamstrings together. And we're going to press up into three-legged dog. One foot. And down. A little wiggle, and we're going to swap legs. Keep that core tight. That neck in alignment with your spine. Bringing it down. And we're going to press right back into tabletop position. Nice deep breaths, bringing us back to center. Bringing our hips back up, arms down into dolphin pose. Nice deep breaths, feel free to bend your knees. And press back up, and we're walking our legs into our hands. Bending our knees and intertwining our elbows into ragdoll. We're going to sway from side to side. Just a few times with a few deep breaths. And then in the center, you're going to shake your head no and yes, to ensure that you're all loose up in your upper back area. And just hang there for a second, like a rag doll. Nice deep breaths and feel your back release in the upper area. And then you're going to swing up into chair pose. Holding as you take a nice deep breath. And stand. Step out for warrior pose. Easing into your lunge. And crescent warrior, bringing that back so we can get another nice side stretch. Back to your warrior center. Turning your toe in to the middle. We're going to go straight down. Wide-legged middle stretch. If you like, intertwine your arms and bring them up. Looking straight out. Everything in alignment. Deep breaths. And we're going to press up. Walk yourself over to the other side. Stabilize, and warrior on the opposite side. Crescent warrior, getting yourself a nice side stretch. Finding your balance. Back to center. We're going to do another middle stretch. But bringing your toes in closer, straight down, and then easing into yogi squat. Prayer hands, and you can press those knees out with your elbows. Getting yourself comfortable with your feet. Nice deep breaths, opening those hips up. This is an amazing stretch if you sit as well. And of course, we're going to hit a side stretch here. Giving you nice dimensions, nice deep breaths back to center, and release down onto the mat. Coming back down in butterfly. We're gonna bend down and do a nice side stretch. Deep breaths on each side. And again. This is a great way to open up your hips and hit that side at the same time. It's one of the tightest muscles. Come into center. Right angle in the front and back. You're going to step into pigeon pose. You can utilize your yoga blocks for support underneath your hips or your back leg. Open up those hips with a nice deep breath. Lifting up, straight up. Nice chest out. And for advance, you can lift your back leg up and grab it. Look back for a king pigeon. If you are not comfortable with this pose, that is okay. Release and come back forward. Remove your block if you have it in place. And what we're going to do is put that back leg back on the right angle and do a dynamic hip rotation. Just doing those alone will help you open up your hips, but I like to incorporate them in the practice to move us around. And we're moving to the other side, doing the same thing. Into pigeon pose. Nice deep breaths. Giving myself a deeper stretch by going down. There are variations to pigeon pose. There's no one right or one wrong way. Lifting back up, making sure that your back is straight. And onto king pigeon if you are comfortable. Nice deep breaths, chest out. Releasing from king pigeon. And once again into the dynamic hip stretch, just to show you guys once more how to get around. But I'm going to take us into a wide-legged stretch. Get yourself comfortable, move your buttocks out the way if you need to, and go down on one side, the beautiful pointed toe. Release with a nice deep breath and go ahead onto the other. Back up and straight down to center. You may grab your yoga block if you need it for support, making sure that your back is straight. Making sure that your hips are in alignment. Your arch is nice. I'm just sliding it out as I see fit. You can use it in any of these ways. You can also place it underneath your butt for additional support and a deeper stretch. Coming straight up with a nice deep breath, we're going to put both legs together and come down forward. Using a yoga block against my feet to elongate my stretch. Feel free to bend your knees Coming back up with a nice deep breath. And swinging around. Back into tabletop. Opening up the hips. Preparing for frog pose. We're going to do a rock. Back and forth. Opening up the hips more and more as we go. And turning so you guys can see how I open up my hips for frog pose. And this is one that we are going to hold. So get in position, make sure your hips are in alignment, your core is strong. Opening those legs up as comfortable as you feel. Do not overextend yourself. You can use your yoga blocks underneath your knees or thighs if you need to. Nice deep breaths. Nice deep breaths. And that is our final stretch, our last hip opener. Coming back up nice and comfortable.
Wow, I never, ever get tired of the feeling after I finish an amazing stretch. Even when I don't think I need a stretch, I still do. That's crazy. And I never get tired of the feeling of rejuvenation, unlocking, mental clarity. Like, it never gets old to me. And I hope you guys felt the same value from this stretch. If there's anything that you guys want to see me do specifically on this channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you like this video. Of course, like and subscribe and share. I want to provide my value not only to you, but to those around you. And if you have anybody that you feel like will benefit from this stretch, send this to them right now, okay? Appreciate you all for tuning in. I'll be back next Sunday. Don't forget, let me know what you want to see. Love and light.